Okay, we're going to continue with this Iron Falcon campaign today. Basically, the party had been magically transported to a desert city, or a desert rather. They found the city. Their bearings are off. They don't really know where they are in the world, but it's quite far away. They picked up a few rumors about some pyramids and some treasure and bad things that lurk in the pyramids, of course. But aside from that, we'll just kind of get right into it. Kind of, we'll just start, I guess, with my left, like kind of where we see these characters after their, we'll say, night's rest or whatever it was. So my left with Alan, who's playing Smork.
Smork is just waking up. He's stretching. He's pretty much just clad in small cloth at the moment. He's getting dressed in the newfound desert clothes that he picked up, and packing up all of his armor, his plate armor, into a sack. Doesn't think that being in a tin can suit's the best desert apparel.
Probably a wise choice. Yeah, I mean, you can even pick up some lighter armor and all this if you want. If you don't want to wear the plate, if you don't even want to carry it. But let's see who's
he wants
next.
to wear it, but
he wants to wear it. Okay, just not
doesn't necessarily want to walk across the sand dunes in it.
Yeah, it's probably a smart idea. What about Thuggerina, the now female dwarf?
Thuggerina has just finished shaving her head, her beard, and the hair on her face. She's gone bald except for her eyebrows, which are bright red. She's got rouge and other makeups on. She's got her magical axe that she just purchased a while back. She is wearing her plate. She likes the sweatiness of it, so she'll keep wearing her plate for now. She'll douse herself with some water every now and then. But she's just enjoying herself looking at her companions.
Sounds good. And last but not least, Lodrin.
Lodrin would, maybe an hour or two before already, walk up to Thuggerina's room and knock and shout, "If you need help with getting dressed, you know where to find me, right? It's sometimes a bit difficult with the new, how do I say that? You will know what I mean. It's sometimes a bit difficult, and the balance, to keep the balance,
Thuggerina will open the door. She's bare-chested, still got mismatched plates of her armor on, and she looks like Bozo the Clown with her makeup. I think I got it, and then she shuts the door.
Oh yeah, you got it. Yeah. Yeah, later she would get ready. Thank God she's not wearing plate armor. It's just her usual stuff, leather and cloth. And yeah, she walks downstairs, grabs some fruit, and is ready to walk off.
Very good. And basically, I'm going to leave it up to you guys what you want to do. I know you discussed heading out to these pyramids, which are quite far off. And then, yeah, you can do that. You can do really anything. If you want to search around the city, if you want to, whatever. The game is in your hands. So just tell me what you want to do, and we'll roll with it.
I want the pyramids.
Yes, the pyramids. You could probably acquire some kind of map or something if you want. If you ask around, shop around.
To go there, or
yeah.
Are there maps from the pyramids inside?
That is an interesting question. You can try to find some.
That's probably.
I don't think they would not exist.
So what do you say? Do you think there could be a map of the inside?
Might be a good place to start.
I don't believe there would be, since they're so scared to go inside.
Oh my God. Olodrin stares at the green. a bit distracted. Well, we can go without, of course, but we probably need a map to at least get there, right?
Open your eyes, girl. It's right over there. And Duggarino will point where the pyramids are sticking out of the sands.
Oh, okay. Oops. Yeah. You distract me. And I touch her bald head with one finger. This is... Ugh.
I'm going with the natural look, and she'll rub her head.
Well, isn't natural hairy?
I've never been a female dwarf before, so I must try it out in all its glory.
Oh, I see. Uh-huh. Well then.
Well, if you need,
He just dropped.
Yeah, I was like, oh no. I'm sure it was an excellent response.
Absolutely.
There he is.
You dropped in the
Yeah.
right moment.
if you need someone to help you with feeling like a woman, I'll help.
You couldn't keep
And
up,
he
big
said-
boy.
He definitely says that with like a lecherous grin.
Duggarino looked at you. You can't keep up, big boy. Do you remember? It was 5 and 5 for me, and I think you got. And she'll look down at the blue rings that are being covered. That's okay, big boy.
Well, just remember, on them cold, lonely nights, I'm always here.
That's why I have my armor. She'll stand up. Well, if we're ready to go.
Well, I'm ready.
I'm ready too. Let's head out over the sand dunes.
So you want to just head straight there? You don't want to look for them for maps or anything, or gather supplies or something.
If they've got one of those umbrellas, like the desert umbrellas, I'll pick one of those up.
Yeah, the market would be rife with these kind of items, but you'd have to pass because you're in, let's say, the southeast quadrant of the city, and all the main roads do lead to and from the market in the center. So you can absolutely pick up an umbrella, and we'll say it's nice and bright orange.
Sounds good.
And I think we got the rest of our provisions last time, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I believe so.
Yeah, I've got everything in here. Yeah. We're good, I think. Even healing potions.
Very good. And as you're heading towards the center of the city, kind of walking through these sandstone buildings and things, and down this really nice stone pathway, we'll say while you're in the market, you've got the umbrella there. You start to see just hundreds of people beginning to gather from like the southwest of the town and the northwest, and they look like just workers and things, like people that would do menial labor jobs. And they look pissed. They're holding like, essentially pitchforks and torches and things, and they look like they're about to start a riot.
Uh-oh. I steer the others into a side alley.
What are they mad about?
I don't know. It's none of our business.
We should
I'm
make
just making
friends.
sure it's not us.
Friends with that mob?
Yes. We don't want them to hurt themselves. Isn't that what a woman would say?
And she looks down at her and says, well, last time I checked, I was a woman and I don't give a shit.
But it would be the proper thing to do, wouldn't it, my dear?
I just don't want them to be mad at us. Did
Mm-hmm.
you guys do something last night?
No.
Well, I did have that orgy, but I don't think any of them were invited. Let's go look. And Duggarina will bully her way towards the center to find out if she can hear what they're talking about, why they're fighting or getting ready to fight.
Oh, gods. Yeah, I follow.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like they've gotten violent yet, but Let me check my chart here. So yeah, you would be basically these people are starting to shout things about demanding that they receive their payment for their work, and they're shouting for the head of the prince. And you can see that the guards are starting to respond as well. They're starting to come from the direction of the palace, which from where you're standing, if you're facing north, it's from like the northeast-ish area. And there's lots of guards starting to fill the market.
Duggarina will go back to her companions away from the mob and say, well, apparently they weren't paid by the prince. I think there's going to be a riot.
You can
Yeah,
understand that jibber jabber?
I caught on to it. Just a little bit.
well, we're going to the pyramid anyway. We won't have any issues with that.
Sounds good. I'll
Well,
follow you.
Yeah, if we're gonna get out of here, we should get out of here before they start closing down roads and breaking out the riot.
Yeah, that would be inconvenient. They would be in the way of our treasure. So,
There are ways around it, of course. There's an exit at each like point of the compass, basically, of the city. So north, south, east, and west. You want to head out the north, you would know. So as long as you don't head basically east or south, you're probably okay. If you want to avoid the riot, of course. If you don't want to stick around and see what happens.
Maybe we should watch it after all, from a distance.
well, that's really female action. Just to watch and see, like a wagon crash. You just have to stare.
Yes, they are so
Rubbernecking.
interesting. Duggarina will slap him on the side.
Then at least let's find a good vantage point. Maybe is there like a house close by with a balcony or something like that?
Yeah. And there's like plenty of I'll say like, if you want to hop onto like crates or baskets, you can easily climb up onto the roofs, and they're kind of like, varying heights, kind of surrounding the marketplace.
Yeah, I do what my character does in my character picture. Climbing up there and hanging there.
It's perfect. Very good, yeah. And yeah, so you figure, let's see, within the next like 10 minutes, the marketplace is completely full. Like it's just filled up with probably a couple hundred of these just pissed off looking workers. Now the thing about Dra Nexi, the city that you're in, there's no slavery, but there's absolutely like indentured servitude. So it's probably these really low-class people starting to riot here, and as they're filling up the square, they're starting to toss baskets and fruits and wood and whatever they can find towards the guards who have lined up. The shouting is just getting like louder and louder, and they're just basically demanding the prince to pay them. And let's see, you'll even hear. Yeah, you'll even hear.
Pay them! She starts to scream.
I'm completely contrary. When she's screaming that, I'm screaming, don't pay him, don't give him a dime.
You'll get some rude looks, of course, Smork, while Lodrin's chants will inspire some of the people below. Basically, the guards are just standing there, and after a few moments, this kind of shorter, like round, fat little man comes standing out front of the guards, and he raises his hands. And you can see that he's like yelling, like telling everyone to try to be quiet, but no one's having it. And I don't know if you would recognize him. You've only been in the city for a few days, but you get the impression that he's probably belongs to the palace in some manner. He's wearing like the colors of the prince and all this.
Let him speak. Then you can roll over him.
Yeah. So actually, a few of the workers will stand out front and kind of approach this guy, and I think you'll be able to hear. Basically, they start demanding their payment, of course, and asking why they haven't seen the prince and why they're not getting paid and all this.
Right.
Was Mark want to say something? Or is that just like a bark?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. That was just a bark.
Okay. Yeah, so then you see this like fat guy kind of start talking really quickly, and what you gather is that he's basically explaining how the prince is actually missing, and this begins to make these people, these rioters, even more pissed off and nervous. And at this point, they start throwing like spears and whatever they have, rocks and all this at the guards. So what do you want to do? You want to hang out more, perhaps, or because they're about to start fighting big time.
Sit back and watch.
I start laying bets with Thuggerina as to which side's going to win.
I say the guards.
Yeah, so do I. So basically, we're betting how many guards it's going to take to subdue the riot.
Yeah, and you can see the the ranks of guards is definitely smaller. Probably between 80 and 130 guards versus the 200 or so rioters. But they don't look like they want to attack. They're kind of sustaining some of these blows with their shields raised and all this, kind of a shield wall. The little fat man has run back. And basically, this is going to continue for the next probably half hour or so, at least. Just and as time progresses, of course, the guards will move in and begin trying to subdue at least the riders. As far as the loss of life, when it's all said and done, at the end of the hour, if you do stay and watch, the riders lose 56 people, which is quite substantial. The guards only lose 13, and eventually the riders like kind of disperse. The guards chasing some of them down. But aside from that, yeah, the market's kind of trash now. All the merchants and traders and things, and just people hanging out, musicians, whatever, are all gone at this point. Maybe picking up the pieces of their tents and all this. Quite an unfortunate event.
Let's go to the palace and see if we can rescue the prince. Apparently he's missing. Maybe he eloped with some strange foreigner.
What, do you want to go and search for the prince then? I thought we were going to the pyramids.
Either or. Maybe he's at the pyramids, but if we catch him, we'll get a ransom for him.
Oh, well.
Let's go. You're supposed to be leading the way.
And she kicks some stones on the street. Okay. Can I see the palace?
Yeah, you can see the palace. It's in the northeast quadrant of the city. It's really big. It has like a big kind of domed roof and all this.
Let's go to the pyramids.
What?
We're going to the pyramids, you said.
Oh, turn around and stare her down. What about you go in front?
If you're scared, I know. And she kind of grabs your hand and pats it. Us women get scared at times.
No.
I'll lead the way, and she leads the way towards the pyramids.
Okay, very good. And you can make your way through the debris and things. People are already starting to pick up, like I said. And you can find your way through the gates, the north gate of Dra Nexi. You figure, just judging by the distance, I'll say it's about, I don't know, 11 o'clock in the morning at this point. The sun's beginning to peak there in the next few hours. So, with the heat and the weather, let me see. Yeah, the weather's going to be fine. It's going to be sunny and clear. It'll take about an hour and a half to get to the river, because you're going to have to go through some sand and all this. There is a path, but it's hot, so you're probably going to move kind of slow, I suppose. So about an hour to get to the Tears of Nathda, which are the twin rivers that run parallel to each other, but in opposite directions.
In opposite directions? How does that work?
It has nothing to do with physics and everything to do with unexplainable magics.
Good enough.
That's my ambiguous answer for the moment. But yeah, so if that's what you want to do, let's head in that direction. Okay, so you make it to the rivers. Nothing interesting happens. And as you reach them, the first one you reach is heading westward, the first river, and it's really wide. It's maybe, I don't know, what's a wide river? 50 feet, 60 feet. Pretty big, not terribly. Is that not big? I don't know shit about rivers.
No clue.
Yeah,
I'd say a 50-foot wide river is pretty substantial.
yeah, I think so too, especially in a desert. Yeah, so there is a bridge, and it is made of stone. And you do not see any travelers or anything. You do see a couple like banners which have the prince's sign like on the each end of the bridge basically. And you can see the next river ahead. It's not very far past this one, and that's the same thing, just a bridge. Aside from that, past this, you can see the sand dunes beginning to get bigger and bigger. And you can even see like where some of them get very dense. There's almost like it looks like potentially a canyon of sorts. And it seems like this is the most direct path to the pyramids, unless you want to try to maybe go around the dunes or something. You have a few options, I suppose.